these crispy cheddar sourdough waffles with a little bit of ham, roasted red pepper, eggs, and kraut. I'm really into these cheddar waffles now. They're so good because they're fast. You don't have to worry about like making bread or anything. And then you have something savory for any meal. Doing tomorrow? What? We're going to visit Sarah Jo from Briarton Farm. Remember her kiddos? Little girls.
Yeah, that smells good. Is that just waffle smell down there?
So I did. You want a water? I did cheddar waffles with. I want to update you all on our landscaping. So I told you a while back that we found someone local who specializes in native plants. She has worked for the Missouri Botanical Gardens and a nature reserve here in our area. Actually, she was just referred to me by a friend, and I loved the idea because native plants obviously do well in the location they're in because they were grown to thrive in Missouri winters, Missouri summers, and they're also really great for pollinators. So she picked me up all these plants from a local plant sale with all natives. Now you will see whenever I show you all of this that there are some peonies and hydrangeas mixed in. These are just things that I planted before going this whole native route, and I didn't want to get rid of them because they're beautiful and I still want them, and they obviously cost some time and money. So I'm keeping them, and then we are going to be getting new sidewalks really soon here made with flagstone. And so finally we will have this whole thing landscaped. This is our third summer here. So let me show you what we have going on. So the sidewalk will come down off of those steps there and wrap this bed so that this will be nicely contained. And then it'll come up here to the side porch, and then we'll have a bed on this side. Probably won't go through all of these plant names, but we have a variety of grasses and plants and shrubs. And she told me that these will all grow really quickly. And so what looks sparse now will probably look like very overgrown and beautiful in just a couple years. So there's my peonies still mixed in there, and some of these are looking a little crispy because they were in pots for way too long, but they will come out of it because they're all not dead. And then here on this little bed, we're gonna mix in some more plants. We're gonna grow this here up a trellis. Should be beautiful. These are my hydrangeas from last year. They're still doing well. This is the bright sunny area because we took out this tree for this reason. So that way I could have sun on my front landscaping. Just a variety of native plants that will grow and fill in. She actually told me that this here, this little guy, I don't remember what she called it, is going to be a very big shrub. So I'm excited about that. It should cover up a large portion of concrete here, which is my goal. We're going to put in a few more large shrubs here because I want to kind of cover up this concrete. And then the side bed we have some native hydrangeas. So I think that this is probably just the only color we're going to get, but I still find them really pretty. Some ferns. Very pretty. And then a little tiny bed over here because this sidewalk will be gone, and there will be a sidewalk from here wrapping around this side landscaping here. baby chickens from the spring are all coming along quite nicely. They actually all look kind of like not baby chickens anymore. And so they'll probably go in with the older chickens in a few, I don't know, maybe like a month actually. Right now they're just in this little chicken tractor. Luke moves them around daily. Once they're fully grown, this won't be big enough, but for right now it's more than sufficient. And then we'll just put them in our massive run area when they're big enough. Might have to expand it a bit more, we'll see. You guys are finding shade. We decided to just do the same thing for lunch to keep it really easy. Great. And these kids are making muffins for our road trip tomorrow. Ruth, are you sneaking chocolate chips?
Yes.
What kind of muffins are you making, Johanna?
Chocolate chip cookie ones.
Chocolate chip cookie muffins?
Yes.
We're getting packed up. We're going to Kansas tomorrow to visit my friend Sarah Jo from Briarton Farm. We've been there before, but we decided it'd be really fun to go see them again, see their farm, and meet their new little daughter that they just brought home 3 months ago from India, Ellie Pearl. So that's gonna be exciting because we haven't met her yet. Right, many of you ask me where we get meat, and it comes from a variety of different places, but I like to seek out farms and go straight to the farm more often than not. It takes a little bit of digging sometimes. One of my favorite sources, I've mentioned them on here before, is Fed from the Farm. They actually sent me this best of chicken box to tell you guys about their upcoming chicken harvest sale the second week of July. So coming up here, mark your calendars. I will have a link down in the description box below so that you can get on their list to know when this is happening. But I also get things like I show you on a lot of my What We Eat in a Week videos, bacon and sausage and grass-fed beef. So in this box, they have a few new products like their fajita strips and their kebabs. And then it also just comes with a lot of chicken breasts and drumsticks and thighs and wings. So a variety of things that are easy to cook. They even had a ground chicken in here this time, which I'm excited to try. I haven't used ground chicken in a long time, so this will be good. These will be in a lot of my upcoming recipes. We got the kids down for their afternoon rest time, and I ended up sitting down and doing computer work for about an hour. I made myself an iced coffee, which I love to do with some cream, raw milk, date syrup, a shot of espresso, and ice, just one shot of espresso, but it just really helped to have that and then sit down in the air conditioning at my computer. I have so much blog work to do. I actually just wrapped up a whole new site design. So if you haven't yet seen that, the Farmhouse on Boone blog has a whole new look, new branding, new navigation. It should be a lot easier for you to find what you're looking for. I finally hired a web designer to organize myself because I've been blogging for over 5 years, and a basic organization works great up until you have so many posts that a lot of them end up getting buried if you're not really strategic about how you organize it. And so it was finally time for that. So now that that's all done and I'm feeling a lot better, more refreshed, we're gonna do some garden work. In my flower beds, I planted a whole bunch of zinnias and cosmos and sunflowers, and there were a few little sparse spots where something didn't come up or weeds overtook a certain area. And usually what I do after the seedlings have all had a chance to come up is I find any bare spots and either fill in with more seeds, which I did that like a week ago, and then even after that I fill in with some plants if I have the chance to do that. So yesterday I was at the store and they had a huge sale on some of their Shasta daisies and yarrow, and then one other thing, oh, some kind of coneflower. And so I'm gonna plant those in some of the bare spots in the garden. You know what, that might be better. I gotta dig a really deep hole for this yarrow. It's in a massive container, and I'm trying to go around a bunch of And then Luke and I are going to, for the remainder, which shouldn't be a whole lot of time before it's time for the kids to come down from rest time, we're gonna work on the bathroom. I should be shooting that video next week, the reveal video, which means we have a lot to do between now and then. We have the clawfoot in. I made a last minute decision to paint it with the same color as we did our Victorian farmhouse pantry because I had some left and we were gonna just paint it white, and Luke was literally heading out to the barn to paint it, and I was like, you know what? Why don't you take this color out? And I'm so glad I did it. It makes such a difference. I ended up painting the first time the wrong color on the walls, and so we painted like half of it gray, and then I meant to pick more of a taupe / beige. So we scrapped that, and then we went with, what is it called? I'll have to get the color for you. It's a beige from Sherwin-Williams, but I will definitely get that all to you in the bathroom reveal, which will be up in about 2 weeks from now, maybe even next week. Yes. And so we have to get some chair rail up so we can hang the mirror. Basically that will just make the bathroom functional right now so that we finally have lights in there, and we will soon have a sink and a mirror, which will make it at least as functional as it was before, soon to be way more. Before we get to working on the bathroom, I do want to show you the completed gate for our property because it looks so good. It doesn't quite stay open just yet. Oh, it keeps swinging open because we have to look at the hardware on it. I think for now we might just put like a little lock or something so that it'll stay shut, and then we also ordered the operator so that we can get in pretty easily, but I love how it turned out. Let me show you a few of the details. Probably wait for that airplane to pass before telling you more about this. Okay, so this appears to be made with really thick wood, but actually there is a frame made of steel on the inside that's like a hollow steel. There were a couple reasons for this. One was it's actually lighter weight than having wood that's 3 inches-ish wide. And then also it allowed us to, or our guy that's helping us with the fencing, to weld on these hinges. And over time, it won't sag as much as a gate made with purely wood. So he just basically wrapped this frame with wood. And I have to tell you, I was skeptical because I kept thinking he was going to, like the metal part was going to show, and I wanted a wood gate. And he's like, you won't see it, trust me. And so he was right, it looks great. He also made these X's and stuff all framed in, so they're not sitting on top of the gate, they're all within each other, which I think just looks really great. He should go into strictly gate building. At this point he's a handyman all around, but I think he's probably going to get lots of requests for gates and fencing because I think it looks great. Maybe I'm just biased, but I think it looks so good. My sourdough starter wasn't fed, but next time I'm gonna dip these sage leaves in sourdough starter with salt. This time I just did some einkorn flour. One of my kids asked where the potatoes were, so I ended up deciding to make some quick hash browns because it's the fastest cooking thing and it's dinner time. So I'm doing one more round of it and then we'll eat.